Hi everyone, it's the 3rd of October. So ES couldn't really uh, break back into the blue failed bull flag. I mean, it tried it a few times and it also tried to break back into the golden broken channel. This here is very precarious. Now it is stuck between the golden and blue resistance levels and the red support. You can see it tried to break this red support a few times. So far, the red support, I mean, it managed to close it above that red support, but how many times it has tried. So this here is a very, very important base. I think if it drops below 57.30, we're going to drop all the way to 57 or 56.80, which would be the next red potential support. This year, that broken resistance will become a support at 58, sorry, 56.80, 56.85. That's where it would get to. On the other hand, if it breaks back into the blue and it should recover all this lost ground, and then maybe if it goes beyond that blue and golden, which looks a little bit unlikely today at the moment from the looks of it, with and the general market outlook, it's a little bit soft out there. So is it going to break that red and come down? I think there is a good chance that it will. SPX cash is the same. You can see the purple broken support became a resistance. It broke down the golden channel. It is at this red support, right? This is the previous resistance that was broken and back tested. The top band wasn't really very precise. I mean, even though it was broken down. So it looks like this red support is now holding, but I think if it can be broken, which is 56.75, we may see it slide pretty hard. On the other hand, so I'm going to now, obviously, we have to cover this green potential uptrend. We already made a new high. And I think if it comes down to this green bottom band, we're going to see another major push if this green bottom band holds. This is a very, very, let's say, speculative support, okay? But you can see the internal was really good. It was broken, back tested, came down, back tested again, came down. The internal, or it was initially this green channel that was broken and back tested. But the fact that it made a new high tells me that we don't see the channel yet, but I think it could be this green uptrend. If it breaks the red, we'll come down to this green bottom band and then we rally from there. The level on that green bottom band is 5,500 on the SPX cash. So Dow Jones is, sorry, I got my coffee here. The blue resistance right there held together with the red. You can see here the green channel is broken, right? The green channel is broken, which means if we break this purple support, 1, 2, 3, 4, if we break it, then, I mean, the breakdown on the futures would be around 42.275, 42.275. If it does break, I think we're going to slide. This zone, I mean, if we want to put a rectangle rather than a line, a standalone line, it is this level. I mean, if we break a 42.180, right, that will be the end of it. I think we're going to see it slide pretty hard, and we are going to target the red bottom band once again, I think. So it is very critical what we're going to see from. And Dow Jones cash is right at this green and blue double support. It's a little bit different than the continuous futures. So I'm going to remove this red top band and we can put this blue resistance this internal resistance. The blue top band hasn't been tested just yet, which is kind of bullish. We may get there eventually. But what we have here is important because this blue support, I'm going to put this in black color to make a distinction between the other blue. So that black support together with the green, they are both holding. But if this black support breaks, which is going to be a 41,960, then we will see it coming down pretty hard. And obviously, if it stays inside, I mean, if we see a strong bounce today, I think Dow Jones is going to lead the way up. So it is at a very critical point. All the markets are at critical points here. NASDAQ is still struggling. You can see the purple, the red. I mean, it's not the red one is not very precise. Obviously, at the bottom band, we had this news from the Middle East, and we had a really big sell-off. But then, I think it's trying to recover, and it's off the purple, the blue, and red, the triple support, which means NASDAQ also may lead the way to the upside. And that's why like ES may bounce off this red support and start to rally. NASDAQ cash is off the blue support four times actually. This blue resistance was broken and backtested first, second, third, and fourth. The red channel is a potential uptrend, and we may get a test eventually, especially if it gets to the golden top band, pulls back, touches the red, and then breaks out of the golden bull flag. It's not a bull flag yet. We need a touch and reverse at the top band, and then a breakout, especially if that red bottom band holds. Okay, and the red bottom band, if it comes to this level, is around 19,675. Okay, and now Russell is coming down inside the purple downtrend. You see the bottom band may get tested, and then from here we should see a rally towards 2300 if that purple bottom band holds, of course. Right, this here is a potential bull flag with only one touch on its bottom band. The internals are nice, but it has to be confirmed at the bottom band. It is also the breakout level from the blue resistance, so we may see a touch and then rally. And the level for that on Russell is 2182, 2183. Okay, FTSE is still going sideways, not much to say, and DAX had broken the golden channel, which was obviously disappointing to me, and it failed to break this giant green resistance. Okay, this is giant because you can see here the top of 2021 August. I'm repeating this one, the December, and then the third one here, and then the fourth one looked like breaking, and it even back tested, and we had a bounce, but then it came down pretty hard, and it actually broke down the golden bottom band. But as I have mentioned a few times, the blue back test of the blue broken resistance will probably become a support. And that's exactly what's happening here, what we are seeing here. Do we have a downtrend from the highs, from the recent highs? This should be it, especially if the red top band holds. We should see it coming down once again, maybe fill this gap and then rally. Either way, this blue support shouldn't be broken, convincingly broken, okay? So it really, I mean, it could fill this gap eventually and then rally to go above that blue resistance. But either way, this blue line or this blue resistance shouldn't be broken back down. It should hold as support for this bull market to continue. CAC, the French index, has now broken the blue support. 1, 2, 3, 4. It broke down at the open. We have a gap, of course, there from last night. And now it is going to touch that black bottom band. I mean, if it does hold, I mean, it's, as you can see here, it already filled this gap. Okay. We have another little gap here, I think. Let me see. Yeah, we have another little gap there, but another gap right down here. I don't think that is going to fill, that's going to get filled anytime soon. But that's below 7,400. Now, if the black bottom band holds, right, two touches here, first touch, second touch may turn into a support, or ultimately the very black bottom band that should be tested, and then we should see a rally continuation, obviously. Okay, so that remains to be seen, but this black internal support, I think, will cause a bounce, which is going to be around 74.40. TLT has now broken the black bottom line, which is of course disappointing for bonds. This year is a breakdown, which means we may see a bit more downside. And the obvious initial target is going to be this, okay? So we may still see a rally, especially if this purple bottom band holds. Then we still see a rally, and then the black channel will be invalidated if it goes break back in. The 10-year Treasury note is, you can see, I had shown the blue top band a few times while we were rallying from the purple resistance, okay? I said the purple top band may hold, and if we get tested, it actually didn't get a test properly, but it came very close to it. The red broken support, I saw resistance has become a support, but now that is also breaking down, which may mean we're going to have a bit more upside for, say, a downside from bonds. Right. Now, let's have a look at oil. Oil had broken the red downtrend, and we have a backtest here. It tested some very serious resistance levels yesterday, at the high of yesterday. The green one, the blue one, the purple one, okay? So it is that level, which would be a major reversal, I think, and that level is 72.80 if it gets tested within the next 2-3 days. I mean, like tomorrow is Friday, maybe Monday if it gets there, or even today. I mean, it could get there probably. This is an 8-hourly chart. Yeah, it should take us towards tomorrow and then Monday. But whatever happens, I think the green, blue, and purple triple resistance level is going to hold at 72.80. Brent oil had also broken out of the purple downtrend, obviously with the news from Middle East, and it has been backtesting this blue broken major support. So that is holding as resistance so far, 1-2 touches here. But is it going to keep on rallying to that green top band? Well, after breaking the blue, the green top band will be the next potential resistance. And also, like, I would like to add something here. We would see a reversal if the black top band, so let's put that in black. It is a potential bear flag formation if that black top band holds right there. Gold is now bouncing off the black support. It is already out of the purple. It is now bouncing off the black bottom band, and I think we're going to see it rallying towards 2700. I'm just going to show you something very important here. Okay, so the golden channel, of course, we broke our backtested blue. The green one, we are still headed for 2700. Okay, but watch this action here. This here is a logarithmic scale chart for the spot gold. This is the high of 1980, okay, and this is the high of 2011, and we are now testing that potential resistance, that red one, okay. And I'm going to zoom in now. On the weekly, it has already been tested, right? So it's very hard to be very precise, I think, but you can see here it already tested and reversed this week. Okay, but if we look at the daily chart, the daily chart has a little bit more upside. It leaves some leeway. So you can see here, I'm going to, if we zoom out, of course, on the daily, you can't show all the price action because the resolution. But if we look at it in a perfect manner, it really is. I mean, it leaves a little bit more space all the way to 2710. But the weekly has already tested it. So this is a little bit tongue in the cheek, okay? So we may see a big reversal, at least for like maybe 50 points, 100 points down move, maybe even more by gold if that red resistance is here to stay. This is a warning, okay? Not really something to completely ignore. It is a warning. Right. The black bottom band is holding on the spot chart, and on the futures continuous, the black bottom band hasn't been tested yet. And continuous futures will test the black bottom band, and then we will probably get to that green top band at 27.70. And of course, then in that case, this red line or resistance, and it's not a resistance, we need to see a proper reversal to call it a resistance. This is just a line through two highs. The third one has to confirm it as a resistance, the third touch. And so far we have seen a reversal. So I'm not saying this line is a fakey. Okay, this is important line, and we may see a reversal at least to this golden broker resistance, and then maybe later on breakout. Obviously, if it comes to that level, I'm going to be putting channels like this, right? This here. Oh, look at that beauty. This beauty. This is the low of October last year. And I just noticed this, that blue channel. Perfection, actually. If you look at the daily chart, let's see. Is the daily also that perfect? Right, it is. Yeah, it is, maybe. Some daily and weekly may be quite different. It is not as perfect, but it has merit, okay? So on the daily, I would be, I mean, if we start a pullback, then yes, then it should come to the golden plus blue and then possibly rally further. All right, enough gold. Now green. Silver is inside the green uptrend. Hopefully it will stay, and we'll see more highs, like more action to the upside above $33. This is the continuous futures silver chart. The resistance levels held, and the blue resistance that was broken didn't really hold at the backtest too long, but it became resistance again. So my thinking is that it may get to that blue top band eventually, because this here looks like an internal. So that means we may get to that 30, just below 34 eventually. Platinum is struggling. It came down. We bounced off the golden support rail. It is back at that purple plus golden. I mean, the purple one is not very precise, is it? So because it's broken down quite a bit, I'm going to remove this purple to have clarity in the overall picture. Okay, I think this is much more clearer. The red bottom band, the red internal resistance is perfect, right? It is perfect, really. So is it going to now, right? How did that become a three line resistance? Three. That is interesting. Three line channel. Normally trading wave is not possible to do this, but it has done it for some reason. How did it do it? I don't know. I'm going to find out. It's a nice one. Okay, that golden support rail is now holding, which means platinum may bounce off this current zone and get to the red top band, and maybe even break it to get to that 1050 plus. But yeah, this golden support rail has to hold for that. And platinum continuous futures again, the red top band, and the purple resistance, that internal resistance was broken and back tested. I'm going to now, I'm thinking, of course it is. This is not TradingView. This is my own platform. Okay, because I looked in the TradingView on the gold, I'm mixing it. Of course, this is the Saxo Bank platform, and it is possible to do that. That red internal resistance and the blue, they're both broken and back tested. The purple support is there. It's coming down now, and we'll see whether it can eventually get to that red. And if it does, reverse, then we should see another big one coming down, to be honest. So got to be careful there. And natural gas is breaking out slowly. It is forcing it, but you can see here on the on the November chart, November contract. I think it has already broken the red internal resistance. It's forcing it, and I think ultimately we're going to get to that red top band, and then we will see whether it can break it or it will reverse right there. Because this here is a November contract. I mean, it's going to expire in a month's time, less than a month. Copper is now testing the golden bottom band. Is it going to hold, and is it going to stay inside this purple channel? That is the big question. On the December contract, it's the same. The golden bottom band is getting tested. If we see a bounce today, I think it's going to climb inside the golden channel all the way to 500. So moment of truth for the golden channel, okay? And palladium is still inside the blue downtrend, and so far no real push to break it out. So the euro came down after breaking the blue support, the purple support. I mean, these lines are quite precise. I mean, you can see once they're broken, and first the blue and then the purple, we have a new line, we have a new downwards move. And the green bottom band is now going to hold. In my view, this is going to become a large bull flag if the green bottom band holds. Okay, the red one is not very clear. I'm going to remove the red to have clarity on the current picture. The blue support was broken. I'm going to remove that. The golden uptrend and the green. So let's put this in red. Actually, this one into red. So if it touches the red, bounces, maybe it touches the red and golden again, bounces and breaks out. So the red bottom band is going to be around 110.12. Okay, 110.12. Pound sterling came down pretty hard. I think this looks like it's some news action today. I don't know what caused this sudden spike down, but either way, I had warned you that this green resistance has to be broken for a rally, and warned you that this golden channels break and the blue bull flags break. And I actually called for shorts actually here. Once it was broken, it had broken the blue support. I said it will probably come down. Now the green bottom band is going to be our guidance. If it touches that green, eventually, we should see a big rally starting from there. US dollar Japanese yen is now at that purple resistance once again. It's kind of breaking it. You can see here, so far, no reversal. It came up pretty strongly. It is now testing the golden top band and the purple. So if it wants to reverse, this is the level that should happen. And DXY is, it had broken the green resistance rail, right? It is now getting to that purple top band. The internal that I was showing, this one didn't really hold at all. Now it's climbing, and I think that purple top band, which is going to be around 180, 175, 101.80, 101.75. That's where I think we're going to test that. DXY is going to test that resistance, and we see at least that reversal there. Okay, that is a short call at 101.75, 101.80. Aussie dollar is coming closer to this blue broker resistance for a backtest, and from there I think we're going to see a rally. And Kiwi is inside the blue bull flag. Any breakout is going to be very, very bullish, clearly. Okay, so the blue sideways channel is a bull flag. We may come down once again, obviously may even back tested this golden broken resistance once again, and then from there a big rally. US dollar CAD looking bearish. Of course, this blue support is broken and back tested. Right, now we have coffee, which is slightly soft today. I don't think it's going to break this black support. I think we're going to still stay inside the black uptrend, and break this 275 for good and rally towards 300. And really, after 300, the sky is the limit. The purple resistance is broken and back tested, and that's the thing, like a more long term. I don't think we're going to drop back below this broken purple resistance. So weak December contract. Again, the blue resistances break was bullish, and I gave this to you. I mean, I've been talking about this for some time. The blue internal resistance, the blue. So we may get a back test on the blue and then a rally inside. I mean, ideal case is that I was hoping that we're going to touch the green, but we may still touch the green if it starts to pulling back a little bit, touch the green and blue together. And that level would be, I mean, it would take us to 9th of October. Of course, that would be next week. But it's still, I mean, it would be a nice one if it does climb a little bit and then start to pull back. Soybeans, it is at, again, very precarious level. You can see the green internal resistance, right, held. 1, 2, 3. Actually, it's four. 4 touches, even 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches. Every time it caused a downwards move. Now the golden resistance is holding, and the purple support is holding, and the green bottom band is a potential major support. Okay, are we going to test it? If we break the purple support, obviously we may completely ignore the green, and in that case, it would come down to the purple bottom band to start the next leg up if the green bottom band entirely fails or completely gets ignored. Okay, but either way, I think we are forming an uptrend, especially after the break of the red bear flag to the upside and backtest several times. So I think this rally is here to stay. And corn is climbing, and the corn December contract obviously was the culprit, because first the blue resistance and then the green one. I mentioned a few times, I think some of you have bought it already. 1, 2, 3, 4, it's broken. We got to the golden top band, which had 2 touches on both sides, kind of a spin-off channel. We broke that. The only one that is really holding it back is, or holding it down, is the purple top band. And I think we're going to break it to the upside very, very soon, especially if this golden broken resistance holds as support at around 430, 431. And it's almost there, obviously. If we see a move beyond or above 435, 436, that will be the trigger to get to that 460. Okay, like this, all the way to 460, which is going to be that red top band. Right, this is, again, December contract. Okay, that red top band is the ultimate target for the December contract. Cocoa is looking very, very precarious here, very, very soft. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 touches on this golden support zone. Okay, so I'm now going to the weekly chart, right? And we have extend to the right. So, okay. Remember last year I called for a rally from 2300, then 2600. It got all the way to 12,000, like a more than 5, 6 times the target. Now that was a 5x trade, clearly, more than 5x actually. The golden top band was broken and it got back tested, but it's not very precise, is it? So, but what matters here is this golden support zone to hold. But on the other hand, if you look at the December contract, the red top band held perfectly. The blue resistance that was broken didn't hold as support, so I removed it from the picture. Furthermore, the red bear flag is broken to the downside. Where do we go from here? As long as the red bear flag is running the show, I think we're going to see at least a touch on the blue bottom band. You know, this bear flag is broken. That's why it's bearish. I think we may come down towards, 5,300 or so. Sugar, ultimately, I'm expecting it to touch the golden top band. But do we have, like this here is the March contract, and you can see the red bull flag is forming, so we may see a bit more downside. If we see more downside on the March contract, where do we at least start to bounce? It could be this one, right? Right, that golden. So I'm going to put this in golden color, of course. Right, let's have a look at it in golden color. Right, and I'm going to be watching this golden bottom band. Okay, so if it touches, we may start the next leg up. Cotton hasn't broken out that purple resistance just yet, but I think it will. Okay, so let's have a look at coins. I know a lot of you, many of you, were eagerly waiting for the 69,000 to be broken. But I have been warning you about Bitcoin and about Ethereum for a very long time. The purple channel, I mean, took us all the way to 66,000, right? But then we broke down the purple at around 64,500, and we are already down 4,000 points. Yeah, close to 4,000 points after breaking the golden resist support and the green internal. Where do we go from here? I think there is a chance to test the red, and then that will be the only chance for a rally, the only chance for a big rally to start to break that. Especially, I mean, if we break the green bottom band, if the red doesn't hold, and if we break the green bottom band below 56, that may be the end game. I mean, it could really start the next leg down. So got to be careful, especially Ethereum. Look at this. That red resistance, first, second, third touch, it held. It didn't even try to get to that 2800. And it has now broken the green support. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the breakout level. I gave you buy signal here from 2400. It gets to 2700. That was like more than 10%. But then we came down. Okay. So it has tested the green support, and it is now. I mean, this is what I'm showing you. I mean, I showed you many times this. Okay. So what we have here is a very critical one, and there are two reasons for this. It's this support zone, the green one. Yeah. So look at this. This green support zone was a previous resistance, right? First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Broken, backtested, so many backtested here, and 2 backtests there. So if we break the blue support, which is today at 2200, if we break that 2200, I think there's going to be much more downside. It may even break this green support. So the Ethereum looks very shaky, and yeah, that remains to be seen. And Binance Coin has to stay inside the red uptrend. If it breaks the red bottom band, we have a major downwards move coming up. Solana is inside the golden bull flag, but so far no real breakout. Monero is off that. It tried to bounce off that double support, the golden and red, but so far it has failed. I mean, it didn't really hold there. That's why, I mean, you can see here there is some support, and this zone, right, is kind of a horizontal support. But I think if bulls cannot intervene and take it to the green, it will come down to this green bottom band once again. Ripple failed to break that blue resistance after failing the green resistance right there, that zone. I mentioned a few times that this blue resistance is not very clear, it's not very clean. It may fake it, and it did. Fake it did. Fetch AI, the red uptrend, the golden bull flag broken, the blue resistance broken, but it's now broken the blue resistance to the downside, which is of course not very nice. Okay, so that I'm going to remove from the picture. And data couldn't follow through with the breakout. OM minus 3%, Dash is at that red support. Is it going to break out of the wedge eventually to the downside or upside? That, it could go both ways. Dogecoin. Um, I mean, this was the best calls, like one of the best calls. 11 cents, I called for 13. At 13, I called for a reversal. And you look at this now. The green bull flag is not holding at the backtest, and if the blue support breaks, then Doji is going to come down to, well, 7.5 cents. Phantom still looking okay. CAS didn't really hold at the red bottom band. This is obviously not very nice to see for CAS bulls. The green bottom band may get tested. Obviously, it has to then rally off that. If it breaks the green bottom band, that will be the game over for CAS for a very long time. PAL had broken out of the purple, but it couldn't really follow through. So it has to really bounce off this level, off this current level, right here, and then start to rally. That's the only way. You can see Pepe had broken the green bull flag, but it's now breaking back in because of the golden resistance. The Jasmine is inside the blue bull flag, and it's inside the green uptrend. So if the green bottom band holds, it may break out of the blue bull flag. And IOTA is, of course, selling off again because of the blue top band. TIA disappoints constantly. The golden top band didn't let go, even though the red channel is broken. Red downtrend is broken. AVE disappoints. It had broken the red bull flag, but now it's broken back in. That is very disappointing. But as I said many times, without Bitcoin, without Ethereum, the altcoins are not going to go anywhere but down. Not going anywhere but down. So this here is the green bottom band. So we may see a Venri may bounce off the green and then rally. And Zcash not doing much again. ACH also looking terrible. Audio looks terrible. Chili's, ADA. Unfortunately, I mean, this is a true story. I met someone yesterday, and do you know how much money he has put into ADA and where? I mean, he showed me where he bought it. He bought it just around $3. Really, he picked the very top, $2.99. I mean, he has picked $3 to buy Cardano. And do you know how much he has put in? £200,000. I mean, obviously, I just met him, and he has already lost close to 90% of the value. I mean, it is incredible how people can act when it comes to money. I told him why, did you know anything? No, because it was just going high, everybody was getting rich. He also wanted to do it. It's incredible, right? Yeah. There are so many things to say, but I think, as I said many times, this is purely speculation. Don't believe the hype. Do your homework. They're not all going to the moon. This market is not going to go to $10 trillion tomorrow, maybe never. Some of these coins, I think most of these coins are junk, literally, right? So just be aware of that. Audio coin has to break out of the red, and AVAX had broken out of the red, and it has broken out, and it's coming for a back test. We'll see. But other than that, I don't have much to say, quite honestly. There aren't really, it looked very nice when Bitcoin was running, but when Bitcoin stopped running, everything else crumbles. Okay, that's it. Take care. Bye.